Imagine sitting beside an old friend on a couch. Both of you have your phones out. Nobody says a real word for 40 minutes. You walk out into the cold and realize that may be the closest you've felt to anyone all year. Then you feel a little weird about that, like maybe something is wrong with you or with the friendship, because nothing happened. No big confession, no laughing fit, no long catch-up. We've been taught that a good friend is the one you have long, deep, vulnerable conversations with, the one you cry to on the phone at 1 a.m. Those people matter, but we have collapsed our entire definition of closeness into that one shape, talking. This narrow focus is pulling us in the wrong direction. We are misdiagnosing a fundamental human need as a relational failure. Think about the script we run for adult friendship. You meet someone you like, you exchange contact info, and then you try to skip straight to the deep version. Coffee, one-on-one, for 2 solid hours. Eye contact the whole time. Connection becomes a performance on cue. You both show up with an unspoken agenda to exchange updates and process feelings, turning a social moment into a high-stakes interview. You both go home exhausted and don't see each other for 3 months because the experience was too draining to repeat. This forced, high-pressure shape is the primary reason why making time for friends has started to feel like a second job. Psychology offers a different model, and it starts with toddlers. It's called parallel play. Watch kids and you'll notice they don't play together at first. They play next to each other. One stacks blocks, the other pushes a truck. They share proximity and a sense of safety without any direct interaction or collaboration. They are simply not alone. Researchers found that this side-by-side stage remains a baseline requirement throughout adulthood. It is a form of connection we return to for our entire lives, if we're lucky enough to have someone to share it with. Feeling safe while essentially ignoring the person next to you is a mature expression of human connection, not a phase we leave behind in the nursery. In 1982, psychologist Paul Wright noted women tend to do friendship face-to-face. Men tend to do friendship side by side. The talking happens casually around the edges of a shared activity. For decades, we treated this side-by-side version as broken, as if people were avoiding intimacy. Recent studies have reevaluated this behavior. Parallel play functions as a distinct doorway into intimacy, providing a different spatial path to the same feeling of safety. By judging every friendship by the face-to-face metric, we miss half the house. Data from social scientist Jeffrey Hall tracks friendship formation. Acquaintance to casual friend takes 50 hours. Getting to close friend takes 200. But these aren't deep talk hours. The vast majority is shared activity. Closeness rises with hours, not conversational depth. A 2023 review in Frontiers in Psychology found a -0.81 correlation between stimulating companionship, easy, low-effort time, and reduced loneliness. Our nervous systems measure relational security in the sheer volume of proximity, not in spikes of conversational vulnerability. Youth environments like dorms and schools acted as a conveyor belt of forced proximity. They generated hundreds of low-stakes hours by accident. You were close with your roommate simply because you kept showing up in the same square footage. But once the job ended, the conveyor belt stopped. Suddenly, you had to build closeness on purpose. Adults often feel they are failing at friendship, but they are usually just missing the proximity that youth provided automatically. To fix this, we have to stop framing time together as a scheduled event and start framing it as a shared setting. Lower the entry cost. Instead of, let's grab dinner, try, I'm reading at the park, come sit if you want. Invite someone over while you fold laundry or cook. Explicitly remove the expectation to entertain them. You can replicate this even across a distance. Try a silent co-working call where you both work on your own things with the cameras on, or watch the same show while texting intermittently. The heavy 2 a.m. phone calls still matter enormously. Parallel play acts as the soil that lets those moments grow, creating a baseline of safety so that when vulnerability does happen, it arrives naturally instead of feeling forced. You don't owe anyone a perfectly catch-up coffee. You owe them, if you want to be close, some hours, side by side, the kind nobody remembers and everyone needs.